Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending where you are in the world. Today, we are talking about the French repeater network, which is a network using analog FM signal and hotspot using the internet that let you link repeaters and have your own hotspot, but using a simple FM radio, any kind, even an old 20 years old FMHT will do the job to get on the RRF network. It's very interesting. I don't know in the world if there's some other setups similar. It is not Echolink. It uses a codec for the audio, which is better. They call Opus. You can find that on Wikipedia. And this codec is used to relay all the repeaters together on the French network, and they have a specific room that you can call using DTMF. It's completely analog. The audio is, well, it's hard to say if the person has a good IP connection to know if they are local on the repeater or if they are remote. So this is quite particular. And I think it's interesting to share with the world what the French has done with that network. So that's our goal in today. And we have a guest here from France, which is Stephane F5LGW, which is a super user and a repeater owner as well in there, and he's involved in a lot with the RRF. Also a good friend. Stephane came here in 2019. He came actually in my shack, as you can see now. So Stephane came and pay a visit. Also a good friend of Robin that you probably start to know him now because he's often with me. So hello, Robin.
Hello, everyone. Hello, Pascal.
Hello. So what we're going to talk today is the RRF. Robin's been talking to me about the RRF for many times.
Yes.
And I'm quite new to this. I'm getting to know it because we just finished an interview with Stephane in French. But I think it's important to share with the world what they've done because it's probably a project that will be that's going to go well anywhere. And the main reason for that is because some people tell me that we're diluting the amateur community by having different mode, different type and everything. But this is a bit the reverse, the other way around, because it links repeater and brings more activity on an analog repeater. And for most users, they don't have to know that there is an IP network behind it because they use any analog radios that you can, someone has been inactive for 10 years, bring out his radio, go to his repeater, program the CTSS tone, and we'll be able to get on the repeater and probably talk with someone that is remote. That's what happened to Stephane, which is our guest that I'm going to present to you right now. So, hello, Stephane.
Hello, everyone. Hi, Robin. Hi, Pascal.
Yes.
It's Stephane, Foxtrot 5 Lima Golf Whiskey from a tiny town near Paris. And I'm happy to talk to you, to everyone, of the RRF, Romeo Foxtrot network. As you said, Pascal, it's analog, interconnected network with hotspots like numeric network and analog repeater. And it's very, very simple to use it because you can take from your shack any analog VHF, UHF radio you've got.
Yeah, this is very interesting. I just learned the detail about the RRF a few moments ago when we have the discussion, and today we're gonna show the people how you discovered that, because you told us that you moved into Paris back to an apartment and you didn't have any room for an antenna, and you got out
exactly that.
Yeah, and you got out your HT from its box or somewhere in a box to
Yes, it's the problem of many French amateurs in Paris or in a huge town. We don't have luxury to put some HF antenna on our buildings. So since maybe 15 years, I don't have any antenna. Maybe some wires time to time from my balcony. But when I want to be more implicated in radio after a long break, I take some analog and transceiver from what I keep in my dans ma cave. Je sais plus comment tu dis.
In your basement.
In my basement, and I turn it on, and there's the old VHF repeater in Paris. There's still no one on it. And after some moments, I discovered a new network, RRF, and it happens that it's very simple to use and very easy to transform and to put some repeater, some old analog repeater to this network. If I make some history in 2014, if I'm right, to the creators of the RRF, Foxtrot 5 November Lima Golf and Foxtrot 1 Tango Zulu Oscar, we were both in QTH that don't enable them to have good transmission. They used Echolink at this time, and they discovered software developed by SM0SVX. Sierra Mike 0 as Sierra Victor X-ray. It's the SVXlink, and
sorry, Stephane. There's a website. Maybe we can show what it is based on.
Yes, I will find it.
Because the interface is based on the SVXlink.
Tobias something.
Yeah.
SM0
SVX. Yeah, you can. There's a web page.
Yes, this is a GitHub. Well, everything you can find everything to create your
Tobias
own.
Bloomberg. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
So,
this is the first guy.
The software is used to create some network, and it's more simple and easy to use than Echolinks, for example, and. So they developed this network in France in February 2018. It's had about 30 access points, half on the west of France in Brittany. But after that, because it's very, very simple to put a repeater on this network or to make your own hotspot. It's Spotnik on the RRF. Now the network is about 200 repeater and hotspot.
Okay.
At that time, you can see on the web
you can see
some of the sites of the RRF develop this dashboard you can see now on the screen, and the dashboard of this network, you can see it's nearly all the regions, all the different departments in France, and some hotspots and repeater are in Canada and all the
in the francophonie French, French countries. That's why it's not. I don't think for me it's something we need to share with you guys, because it's not something that is well known outside of French people or people who speak French. Even in Quebec, it's not very well known. And
yes, if you put
can you put a
the
translate
map of RRF, it's French. You call the
can you
overseas
translate?
department.
Okay.
France have some territory that it's owned by
overseas territory.
Overseas.
Yeah.
Territory, but all around the world we have Saint-Pierre-et-Miquelon near
in
Canada,
North America,
for example.
Yes.
We have islands in the Caribbean. It's Martinique, Guadeloupe, and in North America,
we can
near
show
Brazil, there is Guyana, French Guyana. But in the Pacific Ocean, we have French Caledonia. If I'm not, you can see, because there is some.
We can see it there.
There is a repeater in French Caledonia.
In Nouméa.
Near. So it's a need for French people to talk to this overseas department. And with RRF in analog, with a very good quality, we can talk about later of this quality, but on the RRF,
can you show the Opus?
We use a codec, a very good codec, a free codec, Opus.
Yeah.
And with this codec, we could talk with someone, with amateur that's very far overseas, and with the exact quality on a local repeater. It's when you first hear the RRF for the first time, I'm sorry for my pronunciation in English, guys. You can never tell that your correspondent is far overseas. It's in Canada, it's in New Caledonia, etc., etc. You think you are on your phone, and it's very, very disturbing. The first time you talk on the RRF, it's only by the call. You can tell it's not on your local repeater.
Yeah, and it's true, because when you listen, we can actually hear if someone doesn't goes well on the repeater. You will hear the background noise, like if you were local. So you will hear that if he's on a repeater. They can still have some packet loss on IP networks that maybe can cause some artifact. But other than that, the quality, it seems like it is local. And this is quite particular, because one of the questions I get is, how do somebody that doesn't know anyone and want to do radio, and there's only maybe one repeater locally, or and there's not a lot of activities. So this type of network is probably the future of analog network, to bring more people active on local repeaters, and without going to the process of code plug and having different, digital avs. It does its job. It does it very good. It brings there's no conversion. Anyway, there is some quality to digital, but there's 3 digital modes. So if you have one radio that is digital, it will be only one. But every radio is analog. So from a budget point of view, when you start, you don't know anyone. Okay, when you know some people, well, you're actually going to buy the radio in the mode where they are, so you can talk with them. But otherwise, if you want to go on a cheap or on a low budget, and you just want to try radio and wanted to reach out further than your local repeater that maybe do not have any much activities, the RRF is a very good option. So to get onto, first, now it's just a French network. So and Robin and I wanted to share with you guys, because we're pretty sure out there is some people that want to do something new, that will be interested in that project. And in the future few videos, we're going to have interview with the creators of the RRF. And it's all open source software, so there's possibility for you to create your own network in your own language, in your own region, or whatever you like. So this is interesting. It's something we want to share with you. And Stephane, thank you, Stephane, for being here. accepting to do even the English interview with us. And we saw the sun goes down because we were with Stephane this afternoon, and then we saw the sun goes down. He's got to turn on his light. And now we don't want the light we don't want the sun to come up. So we're going to try to make it quicker than this morning. But it's very interesting. It's very different. I'm new to that. I've heard Robin talking to me about that. And I know Robin has got a lot of friends in France because he is originally from France. Been there for a long time, but he started as an AM in France and discovered the RRF and the audio quality. So you can talk about that, Robin. You said the
audio quality. Just the audio quality is so marvelous. I really like that. And it's why I'm most of the time on the RRF and I'm not...
on digital mode.
Yes, no more. Anymore. The thing is, I like this quality, this FM analog quality. And it's what I can just recognize the voice of the guy. Everything is like if the guy is just
the guy like Stephane we met in person. Stephane came here in my shack. Yeah,
it was 2 years ago.
Yeah, 2 years ago.
Yes.
So So and we can recognize. You can recognize his voice over the RRF.
And even every sound is really like an analog sound. So you don't recognize a codec. It's exactly if you are on a local repeater. And it's what I like.
We're going to do a demo on that, okay? We're going to put an analog, an HT into this console and adjust the audio so you get a feel of it. You can also go on the dashboard.
Yes.
Robin was looking for, you see, this is the link. Okay, you will have it in the comments below.
Yes, and if you go directly on, if you're looking in
and you
Google,
can translate. Maybe you can translate directly the web page using, if you copy it.
On the upside, on the left tableau de bord, it's dashboard in French. So tableau de bord, it's dashboard. It's developed by the SysOp of the RRF to give streaming live audio and the map of the hotspot and repeater and other good information. You have the maps, the list of all the hotspots, some documentation, and so on and so on. So everything is available for the French user for this network.
Copy the link onto Google Translate, and you will have a copy in English.
Yes, I will try to go on Google Translate here.
Yeah, I think it's going to work. So
Google Translate here.
Usually it suggests us to translate when you use Chrome because if we are on an English page and we're in French, but
the thing is, it's French. And you do not.
And your system is in French, so it doesn't translate.
The PC is in French, so you can translate in English if the PC is French.
I think yes.
You have to put the
system
PC
in English so it will translate.
And translate.
Yeah, that's it. So, but if you go on Google, were you able to get it?
Yes, if some people would like to go directly and hear this sound, really you have to go into Google and check for and looking for RRF Romeo Foxtrot space dashboard. And you go directly on here, which is RRF4.F5NLG.OVH Carlin 82. So right here, you just have a visual information of the RRF with all the room, which is a salon in French, but this is a room, and you can really hear the sound. So right now I will... can you just
There is nothing.
Yes, there is nothing.
For the moment.
But maybe Pascal, you can just push the audio, and there it is. If someone will talk right now on the RRF, you will hear the sound.
As Pascal said a few moments ago, there is no QRM, there is no QSB on the RF because it's analog FM. It's like using your local repeater. It's the same audio, the same dynamic, the same frequency spectrum.
It's the same radio.
There is no difference.
If it's programmed on a local repeater and suddenly this repeater is linked to a network that is similar to that, you still use the same radio, the same config into your memory, and then you don't even know that you're on a network.
See here? Do you hear something?
If you want to test, I can talk on Technic, Robin.
Yes, right. Someone is speaking, but it.
Oh, okay. Are you? The audio is on the other side. Yeah.
Yes. For some people who are using EchoLink, and we already use EchoLink, this is the sound of EchoLink. So perfect sound, nothing. You are really here without any loss of anything.
But does it sound better? It sounds better than EchoLink.
I think this. I'm quite sure this is nearly the same.
Oh, yeah?
What do you think? What do you think, Stephane, about that? The sound of RRF is nearly the same as EchoLink, don't you?
It's better because the codec used for the RRF, the Opus codec, Oscar Papa Uniform Sierra, a free codec is better, is very configurable, and we used this codec in specification that it's better than the EchoLink codec. I don't know the EchoLink codec, but when you listen to EchoLink and when you listen to RRF, you can hear with your human ear that the audio is a bit. It's large. It's profound. It's nearly like
rich.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Rich. Exactly. Rich.
The sample is probably higher, and you say it doesn't. The Opus has the quality. The Opus codec has the quality to get better quality with
I've got
less
spec,
data.
Write it down now. The bit rate of the sampling on the Opus codec used for the RF is 20 kilobytes per second, and we use the full bands of audio of 48 kilohertz.
Okay. So 48 kilohertz, that is the quality of the audio we have right now onto the stream.
So it's why the sound is so good. And I didn't realize better than EchoLink. I don't remember EchoLink, but EchoLink was good. But
EchoLink
RRF
because
is higher than
because
that.
The interface. Can you show the interface?
Yes.
Because the interface is the what makes the difference. That because it's not.
Hold on.
There is an interface that you interface to a radio. Okay. But
I try to find it.
Okay, no problem. I'll change the camera so you can play with your. But there's different ways. You can have some hotspot that it's completely autonomous.
Yes.
And you can have also you can connect that to your a mobile, let's say a radio on a dummy load or on an external antenna, and have it work as an hotspot.
This is the hotspot. Really
this is the autonomous hotspot.
Exactly. Full already made when you receive it at 142.
And it's dual band, so it's both.
No. This is VHF
or you. Okay. It's like another. Okay, like an hotspot.
So if you receive that, there is nothing to do except plug the power and just configure on the web page, and everything is included. So there is already a VHF UHF. With a small power, about 50 milliwatts, something like that.
Okay, it's like a digital hotspot, but it's an analog hotspot.
Yes,
exactly. There is already the SD card, and you just have to configure username and password. And even if you ask F5LGW to pick up and to create and to share and to also programs Spotnik for you, you receive already configured. So you just plug and play, and you have fun.
Okay. And this and the second antenna is for the Wi-Fi.
Yes.
And it's also you can connect a wired antenna. And this is our Orange Pi. It's not something that's very common here in the in North America. Oh, that's okay. That was the
sound.
The sound of the monitor. Yeah.
All right. So
I'm going to turn it off here. Okay.
I can do a. Are you on Technic, Robin?
Yes.
Okay. Hold on.
I will go.
We'll go.
So
hold on.
I do a live test on the Technic
Hold on a second. Can you show the? Hold on a second. We go on the dashboard.
Yes. I'm already RRF dashboard. Yeah. It's exactly what I did to find RRF dashboard. You click on the first one, and I go directly. I change the room. I go to Technic, and I just push this button. So live, you will see right now with about 8-second delay, you will see what 5 Lima Golf Whiskey.
You can see me live calling, and after you have the dashboard repeating me with the stream.
Go ahead.
This is Fox.5 Lima Golf Whiskey testing on Technic for Laboenligne test. This is Fox.5 Lima Golf Whiskey testing on Technic for Laboenligne test.
Okay. So it worked.
Yes.
Yes.
When the sound is better than what you hear right now.
Yeah, but we have a return error because on the HDMI, what they hear it will be better. Should be okay. When I say should be, because we have maybe you can show the camera. You have the control. You take select the. So Robin's got a switcher, and we can switch. Camera from here, and we have different audio and a return audio from here, because the output that we're streaming is not. We need a return audio feed to into this, so what we hear sometimes gives a bit feedback, but it's only for us.
Really
so it
easy,
should be okay.
Really easy setup.
But that's a lot. That's a lot of button to push to be certain that it's working. But I could hear that it was.
But I really encourage you to directly go on the RRF dashboard and listen yourself the sound, and I'm sure you will love it.
Even if you don't like French language,
if you don't understand French, I don't think people. It's not a matter of liking or not; it's understanding.
We could create a French lessons room for English.
Yeah, but I think people. There's going to be some people interested to start that project, to see what the French has done, and then from there create their own network within their own language, because everything's open source, the dashboard, everything. Yeah. So there is a possibility to spread that out to other region, to other group.
And it's what Stephane did, don't you?
Yes,
didn't you?
Exactly. As you said, there's the possible. There is the hotspot. It's the easy to use, the plug and play solution. But what is very, very simple on the RRF, you can transform any old analog repeater.
Can you show on his QRZ what he did on the repeaters? What Stephane did? Because they use
I used an old Motorola VHF transceiver, GM 950. I don't know. It's the same reference in USA, and you need only AC plug and internet, and you put a little. Raspberry Pi.
Okay.
You put a Raspberry Pi to connect.
Hold on a second, Stephane. The hotspot that we showed a bit earlier was the Spotnik. Is based on an Orange Pi, but there's also a software version for the Raspberry Pi. But the Raspberry Pi doesn't have a sound card integrated. Contrary to the, but you can use it. But what Stephane did here, and correct me if I'm wrong, Stephane, you use a Raspberry Pi with a separate module that goes into a USB port. This is the module you can build yourself with.
It's a little interface for the commutation, and under this little card you can see it. There's an USB audio card, but you can see on the other USB port just under. But you can see it on this picture.
Okay. It's under. There is a sound card.
Yes.
Plug-in.
Just under. You can see just here when I move the mouse here. This is a USB sound card. It's connected to the interface card, and here this is the back of the radio, and just the interface to connect directly, like a microphone and commutation.
Yes. And all the commutation are on the GPIO of the Raspberry Pi, and That's it.
shipping.
You download the software.
Yeah,
from,
we can show where the software is.
The
So
software.
let Robin look for it. So
on the dashboard, the
Yes.
size
On
of
the
the system.
on the bottom here.
okay, hold
Yes.
All the distribution are here.
on. Okay.
You have the distribution
You
for
put
Spotnik. Raspberry.
I don't know. It's in English. You say distribution.
Distribution,
Linux,
yeah.
distribution.
Yeah.
You put it on your micro SD. You put it on your Raspberry Pi or Orange Pi in Europe. The little interface for the commutation, and your old repeater, your old transceiver is a repeater for the RRF.
Yeah. So let's say you have let's go on a budget point of view. If you have a Baofeng radio, okay, just say
$30.
Yes.
and then you have an old analog mobile, you can just build the interface, okay, to connect
Yes.
to your radio for less than $50, probably
sure.
US.
$10.
Okay, $10, and then use your HT to go through your mobile radio on a dummy load. Okay, let's say you have a dummy load or just a small antenna, mobile antenna, and then you have your hotspot, which is analog.
Exactly.
So that is what's great about this project, is because it does not cost a lot, and it lets you connect different repeaters and hotspot to access a network to reach more people than your local repeater, especially if you are in an apartment just like Stephane, which live in Paris. So this is great for him because he can reach his friend like Robin, which is overseas, but it doesn't have an HF installation, and this is good. Just like digital mode hotspot brought that to ham radio, but now you can access it with a cost very, very low because it uses only analog radio. And you can also have standalone hotspot like the Spotnik with the VHF or UHF radio integrated into the hotspot. So
This
you
is
can
this
show,
one here.
yeah, this is this one. So Robin has one, but he forgot to brought it today. But we're gonna have a series of video to show you that, and you're gonna have all the contacts. We're gonna give you the information, so where to go, who to contact if you want to build a project like that for your region. This will be possible. It is possible that Robin and I built something for North America as well.
We will for sure.
But we prefer promoting than managing.
yes.
So let that to others that are better than me anyway
Yeah.
to do
No,
that.
We are open.
But,
we are open to
But
any solution.
we wanted to spread that network to you. So I don't know, guys, if you have any ending words about this, Stephane. So
You said it, Pascal and Robin. When you use C4FM or D-Star or DMR, you have to understand your radio. You have to program the radio with your CPS. With this network, it's require only frequency on your HT, and that's it.
And
You don't have to. And some CTSS, some subtone. To connect, because we use Septon to squelch the transceiver, the repeater transceiver, for avoiding some QRM.
Yeah.
We use the CTSS, and after that to change rooms, because we used rooms like DMR or C4FM, we use DTMF. We use tone on your transceiver. So you don't have to read a lot of documentation. It's switch on, talk, and that's it.
Yeah, and when you go to a room, it isolates the repeater or your hotspot where you are.
Yes.
So it doesn't, and this repeater will transmit, will be in that room, and if you're off for 3 minutes, it will go back to the main calling room.
Go back.
And so you don't. You know, they have like 200 repeaters in France. So if you put a PTT, well, it will start and transmit all the repeaters. Yes. And they develop some software called Sentinel, which actually detect if someone just keep PTT or something, it will be blocked, and it will be blocked for a few minutes. And if it continue,
exponential.
Yeah. So if somebody make a mistake, let's say, and have his squelch too low and put his hotspot on the network without a CTCSS, a tone squelch, what's going to happen is they're going to be blocked by the system. So this is some challenges that we had in the past with Echolink, with this type of software. So we used to hear different kinds of things on the air, but with the RRF, they went around that, and they created this group, took what SM0 SVX developed for Echolink, used the Opus codec, which is better quality in less data. That's my understanding.
Exactly.
And
exactly,
probably one of the most digital recent codec. That's why I don't know. So and it's free. It's open source as well. And they use that, and they created they address all the challenges the analog gives you to make it operable on hundreds of repeaters. So this is very interesting. So if you're interested in that, go in the comment below. You can ask questions. We're going to have a series of video. We're going to have the guys that manage and built that network comes in interview. We will definitely have Stephane back with us to answer questions on a live show. And we will be able to do some tests with you guys as well. I know that with the RRF, we can link. I learned all that in the French version. Okay, first. That's why the video is shorter in English. Okay, but we have what we call the on the air marathon that they do on the first Saturday of the month. But in January it's going to be on the 9th because they skip because it's the day after the first day of the year. So New Year. So but they do that, and they link the Quebec repeaters, which is the RTQ, Réseau RTQ, and they link with the RRF. And,
All-Star also?
Yeah, an All-Star. And so when you scan here locally, I was on the move the other day for a 30-minute drive, and I changed repeater twice, and I always had a full meter signal from the network. I think the net lasts like 10 hours.
It's only one time a month. Saturday. Saturday.
Yeah, some people can have different repeaters linked up, groups, club, whatever, and then have other links with other club in certain part of the country for nets, and just like we have in digital. So just think of it as a analog hotspot network link over the internet. So yeah, like as Stephane mentioned, for people that don't have any program radio for that, if they have the local repeater program with the tone, it will work seamlessly without them knowing that they are on the network. So this is quite good. So it's accessible for everyone without losing the FM quality. That is important for Robin.
Yes, and so we would like to promote that. Yes.
Yeah. So it's it's exceptional. So let us know what you think about that. Any ending word, guys?
No.
Nothing to say? No, I think we were quite effective with this one.
Yes, thank you very much, Stephane.
Yeah. Thanks, Stephane.
You're welcome, guys. I hope to improve my English for next time.
No, it's perfect. It's perfect.
Yes,
That's great. Yeah.
We all understood that English is not our mother tongue language, but
exactly.
We really appreciate your help and all what you said. Thank you very much, Stephane.
Thank you for being here. Thanks for sharing.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. 73. Best regards.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Take care.